Hello and welcome to Augmented Teachings, where we will talk about the things that inspire us to think better, feel better, and in turn be better. I'll be your host, Todd Michael Jackson, and I'm an NDE researcher.
And I'm Brandi Pagano, a metaphysical practitioner. How are you doing today, Todd?
I'm doing great. So there's this thing I was reading about, the Great Filter, right? The Great Filter, where evolution of a species goes through certain filters to get to a certain level.
Okay.
Right, and scientists are finding this out, and they're trying to figure out if we've reached our last filter, right? And as an NDE researcher, I have a very clear understanding of how this works.
Okay. You gonna break it down for us?
I'm gonna break it down.
Okay, great.
So, basically, there is one filter that we have not passed. There is one filter left, right? There are some filters of multicellular life, ice age, high brain function. But there's one filter that we have to pass before we get to that next level of interstellar travel.
Okay.
The next level of interacting with other species. And that is fear. When we pass that last filter of fear, then everything opens up to us.
Yes.
So you have source or spirit or God, whatever you want to call it, allows us to have free will. But it keeps certain information back until that species is ready to receive it. And we will not be gifted the knowledge of interstellar travel until our species overcomes fear.
And why do you think that is?
Because in reality, fear could destroy other classrooms.
Right.
Earth is a classroom, and there are other classrooms out there. So imagine if we were given interstellar travel today, right? Right now. We were given it tomorrow morning, we wake up.
Like right now, we have that ability.
We have that ability, right? What would happen is this. There would be certain groups of people. We would visit other areas. And
of our universe, right?
Of our universe,
Okay.
other classrooms. You'd be able to visit other classrooms within seconds, all right?
Other planets.
Other planets. And we would have certain groups that would judge them very harshly, that would see them as looking different, thinking different, and therefore judged.
And sometimes people fear what they don't understand.
Right.
What's different,
People
right?
do that now to other humans.
Absolutely.
There'd be other groups of people that would say, want to fight for the minds and souls of these other entities.
For domination and
For
control.
domination and control.
Okay.
You should follow us, not them. They're bad. And this group over here is like, no, you should follow us. They're bad. So we'd have a whole fighting situation on that. That's also based in fear and judgment.
It's kind of what's happening on our planet right now anyways.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
so
then,
they would dominate that on
and then you
other
have
planets.
the worst, which is soulless in itself, which is a corporation.
Okay.
A corporation has no soul, therefore it can have unlimited amounts of greed. If a corporation found out there was a group of people that did not even know what money was, say that classroom's a little bit behind us, this corporation could set up shop and pay them whatever they wanted. They could pay them in marbles. They could pay them in salt. They can pay them whatever because they don't know what money is.
Right.
And they would have corporations lining up down the street to get one of these vessels to go over there and start monetizing or exploiting or giving them jobs. So our fear is allowed to destroy our classroom, but our fear is not allowed to destroy any other classroom.
Because we can't interfere with them, just like they can't interfere with us.
That's why we are so spread out.
Yeah.
So that we cannot interfere. We can go to the next planet, but there's no classroom there. We can go to Mars. We can go to the moon. We can do these things like that, but we can't move interstellarly because we can destroy another classroom unless we've overcome fear. When our society has reached a level of enlightenment, we won't try to control, dominate, or exploit another classroom, then we were given that privilege of interstellar travel.
Wow.
So, you look at it from the reverse angle, there are more than likely other species on this planet from other classrooms.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
But they have not taken us over. They have not put us in chains. They have not destroyed us. They have not tried to coerce their way of thinking upon us. Because they have also passed that filter. All entities have to pass that filter of fear
In order to interact,
before
right?
they're allowed to have that interstellar travel and connect to other classrooms.
So that's why they didn't come here. So there really is nothing to fear
No.
from these other entities.
There's nothing to fear.
Because the whole avenue at which they took to get here was through passing that filter of fear.
Yes.
And until our species can do that,
Right. Some classrooms have destroyed themselves.
in the process,
and
yes.
they no longer exist. Some classrooms got through difficult times, got to the point to where the species reached that level of enlightenment to overcome that fear. Then Source or God or Spirit will give them that inspiration to create that interstellar travel. So there's nothing to fear. That is the last step. It's the last step for us too, because as we reach enlightenment actually is overcoming all fear. Fear of lack, fear of loss, fear of anything. You really put your trust into Spirit, into Source, into living. And
Absolutely.
I really want to hope this helps everybody. And I really want to push the issue, though, that there will be a time when extraterrestrials or whatever are shown to be here through one of our governments. When that all happens, there's nothing to be afraid of, because they have already overcome that level, that filter of fear, which is why they're allowed to be here at all.
Right. And I like to think of, you can't be in fear and love at the same time.
Right.
And I know that on the other side of fear is love.
Right.
So the more we can each individually stay in a state of love and peace and harmony and joy and unity,
Right.
the more we are able to interact with these
Right.
other beings on a vibrational level.
In God I trust, and it's not just words. So always have love and laughter in your heart, and keep moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.